Good afternoon, parents and students studying Btec qualifications in Year 10, Year 11, Year 12 and Year 13. You will all have received, either via your parents or direct to yourselves, an email from me explaining the position with awarding qualifications for Btec qualifications specifically during COVID-19. We've been waiting quite a while for firm information from the exam boards about precisely how the grades were going to be awarded. So we've encouraged students to carry on working if they were in a position to. That's been really useful because it's actually allowed a significant number of Year 11, Year 12 and Year 13 students to complete actual units. That makes a little bit of difference to the grade that they finally achieve and does make a lot of difference to what they know about their grades. If a student's completed an actual unit, completed all of the criteria and their teachers assess that at pass, merit or distinction, that's an actual grade that they can know. Where students have been unable to complete whole units because the teaching wasn't complete at the time we shut down, assignments have yet to be launched, or they don't have access to the resources that they need at home, then a centre-assessed grade will be awarded for those units. The centre-assessed grade doesn't put the students at any disadvantage because it's the grade that the teacher thinks that the student would have achieved if we'd been in school, if we'd been having normal lessons, if they'd been allowed to resubmit their assignments, if in the cases of students who've struggled, they've been allowed to do retake assignments at the end of the year. All of that has to be taken into account. The slight difficulty with centre-assessed grades is that these are absolutely confidential. So students won't know what grades they've been awarded until they get their results on results day for either GCSE or A-level grades in the summer. So that might make a difference to what they think they have achieved if they're using their Btec level 3 in particular for progression to university. And we are unable to share any information about any grades that aren't actual grades. The process is quite a tight time frame. Bearing in mind we didn't actually get the information from the awarding organisation until Wednesday afternoon, and we have to have the process complete by the 31st of May, certainly for the centre-assessed grades part of the process. That means that we are asking students to stop working. We've allowed them to work for as long as we could, particularly to enable students in Year 11 and Year 13 to complete units, but we need to bring that to an end, and that really was what my email this morning said. So we're not asking students to do lots of work. What we're saying is that if they've got work that is outstanding, it was due before lockdown, or it was due just after lockdown started and it's now very late, this is their last opportunity to send that to their teachers to upload it to Firefly if they want to. It also means that some students who are very, very close to completing complete units will have a final opportunity to submit those final tweaks to final assignments by Monday afternoon. We're not asking students to do lots more work. If they're miles off completing a unit, they'll receive a centre-assessed grade. And that centre-assessed grade will be absolutely fair to them. It will take into account everything that they've done so far, the grades that they've got in the units that they've already completed, and any extenuating circumstances, any access arrangements that they have. All of that will be taken into account. It's just that that grade will be confidential and will be a centre-assessed grade and not an actual grade. For Year 13, the combination of actual grades from Year 12, centre-assessed grades and actual grades from Year 13 will be combined to produce a qualification grade. And that calculation will be done by Pearson's. We won't have any access to it, so we won't know results until students know at the time results are released in August. For year 12, it works the other way round. Their centre-assessed grades will be banked. They will be kept by Pearson until real grades, actual grades, are completed in year 13. And exactly the same process will then take place next summer. Centre-assessed grades and actual grades will be combined, and Pearson will calculate an overall grade. Year 11s have already got their Btec Level 1-2 award that they achieved whilst they were in year 10. That will be combined with centre-assessed grades for the units that aren't complete in year 11 and will produce their either Btec certificate or Btec extended certificate in the summer. For year 10 are entered and expected to complete their Btec Level 1-2 award this year. So they become eligible for centre-assessed grades as well. So that means any units that would have been complete in May, June, July of this year, they will receive centre-assessed grades for, including any examined units. Again, those will be the centre-assessed grades for units we do in school will be awarded by teachers. Some units are already complete, so those will be actual grades, and those will be combined with a calculated grade, the exam that students were expected to either sit for the first time or resit in the summer. So I hope that reassures you that students don't have to do a huge amount of work over this weekend. It just means that we as teaching staff can draw a line under the work that we need to get assessed so that all of those assessments can be taken into account. Centre-assessed grades or actual grades can be awarded, and those can all be with the examination boards within the appropriate time frame. If you have any questions, please email them directly to me. I'll either respond directly or I will respond via frequently asked questions, which will be accessible on Firefly. Do stay safe and don't work too hard. Just get anything that you have got outstanding to us by 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.